By what name are you known?
There are some who call me Tim.
Hey friends, what's going on? My name is Rachelle and you are listening to 20 Tim Minutes. Tim and I are going to be sitting down real soon to do an episode surrounding postpartum depression and what it's like to be a mother when you experience anxiety and depression on the regular. So you're going to want to stick around for that. But until then, I give you Tim.
That is I. I am your host, Tim McCarthy. You are listening to 20 Tim Minutes, a podcast that focuses on mental health through insight, personal stories, and a little bit of my humor. But let me tell you, I'm in a fucking mood today. I'm running off little sleep, worked a 12-hour shift, didn't get a lot of sleep in between then. I think I've been up for like 12 plus hours on top of that. So yeah, I'm a little agitated right now. I got some new equipment for the podcast that's not working up to my standards because I'm a low-key perfectionist. And I think I'm a little bit manic right now. So yeah, we got that going for me, but I'm not going to ruin this. It's episode 19. Rachelle Rozon was the announcer of this episode. Very nice to me because she took time out of her day to educate me on postpartum depression, which I seeked out. I have no business talking about a female's body or pregnancy for that matter because I don't have kids, don't plan on having kids, but I'll tell you what, I love learning about different aspects of mental health. And I think everyone should educate themselves on topics they don't know much about, which I try to do because I like seeking topics that interest me. Unlike high school where they told me a bunch of stuff I do not remember and I barely got through. But I barely got through this interview, which ended up being great because your boy gets a little bit nervous about saying something stupid because I say a lot of things that are stupid. Like I went into this and like I told her, I was like, hey, I'm like super nervous about this because I don't want to say anything stupid. I was thinking, so where do babies come from? Like something stupid like that. But I didn't. I kept it professional, had my questions down, did a lot of research, found out what a midwife was before I started. If you don't know what a midwife is, tune in Thursday where I give you that knowledge of the one thing that I knew about. I do appreciate everyone that messaged me about postpartum because I did ask for people to reach out. And I was educated very thoroughly about it. And it is a scary, not topic, but it's a scary disorder that women deal with. And it sounds terrifying. And Rachelle does a great job at helping people with that. She does a lot of one-on-one talks with people, helping them. She has so many resources for mothers that can get help. And if they want to seek out help to do so, or if you know somebody that is having issues with postpartum, that can help you too. I don't want to get too much into it because we talked for about an hour about the topic and we had some fun. We had a couple laughs. She's Canadian, so she's super nice. I pointed that out. I go, that's a stereotype, but it's a good one. She laughed, I think. But yeah, she's a great person. She took her time out of her day. She didn't have to do that. And I look forward for you guys to listen to that and see it. It will be on YouTube as well this Thursday, if it's not already Thursday right now. And you can tell that I'm talking without breathing, so I'm definitely in the zone of being crazy. But again, can't thank you enough, Rachelle. You are awesome. You can follow her on Instagram at Rachelle, which is RASHELLROSE.on. Tell her I said hi. So, yeah, I'm in like a little bit of a mood today. I do apologize. But I'm excited because I did 3 interviews that day I did with Rachelle. 2 other ones that are coming out. Had a lot of fun with them too. And I'm super excited to have those lined up for the next 3 weeks. So tune in every Thursday now for over 20 minutes of interviewing certain people. And I got a couple other cool people lined up. I got a couple confirms. And I'm very excited to share that with you guys. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So I read a terrible story today. The guy that founded the Texas Roadhouse committed suicide. Like, I was like, what? So he was dealing with COVID for like a long time, and it was just like beating him up, and he just ended his life. And it's just so sad to like read something like that because you think like this guy created Texas Roadhouse, pretty successful restaurant, They have phenomenal bread, by the way. And he did so much for the frontline restaurant workers where he gave up his salary to help people out. So he was a great guy, stand-up guy, and it seemed like he was very well loved. Kent Taylor was his name. But yeah, suicide is fucking nuts, man. Like with like Robin Williams, like it comes out of nowhere and you have no idea. Anthony Bourdain was another one. Like I was like, what the fuck? Like it's tough to reach out to people that you might think are suicidal because you don't want to ask them, because I feel like a lot of people would be like, if I ask them, they're going to be annoyed and probably go through with it. But there are tips to help, to know how to ask somebody if they do need help. And I'm trying to still learn that too, because it is difficult. Mental health is not easy from all standpoints, whether you have it or you have somebody that's with you that has to deal with it. Like my wife has to deal with me. It's tough. It's very tough. And it's sad to see someone take their life for shit like that. And it's a bummer. Yeah, a lot of shitty things going on lately. The internet's been kind of a dick as of late. So I've been watching March Madness. I actually don't give a shit about sports with the whole COVID thing. I stopped watching pro wrestling. I just can't do it. I don't know. I just can't watch TV. I don't like not having crowds. It's too much. So I didn't do a bracket or like even watch any college basketball, but it is the best basketball you can watch. So this player for Ohio State, E.J. Liddell, pretty good basketball player, had a great game, and I guess he missed like a pretty big shot. And this fucking guy is getting like death threats via Instagram from a bunch of like randos being like, you should kill yourself, we're going to kill you, blah, 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 giving him racial slurs, like 100% unneeded. And he like tweeted, he was like, hey, I'm a human being. And it takes a lot for someone like that to like even say that out loud, because people would not say that and be too scared to look vulnerable to be like, hey guys, this is kind of fucked up. Can you kind of be nicer? And a lot of people haven't been nice. I saw this before. I think everyone should have to give their ID if you create a social media profile. Like people, all the conspiracy nuts, like they're going to have all your information about, they already do. They already do. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, they have your face recorded. You can't kill anybody anymore. True crime is going to be a thing of the past, and you're going to get caught instantly. So why not just give your ID so these people cannot like talk shit? Like people love talking shit behind a computer, and I hate it. I hate it. But then again, you got shitty people in real life doing shitty things, like the whole like Asian hate. Like people need to fucking take a breather and not be fucking dicks. Like the Asian community did nothing, and there's people like going out there and like saying racial slurs, spitting on them. One guy tried to fight an old lady, and she fucking two-pieced him up. She gave him a fucking whapa. And the dude was like in a wheel, like in a stretcher, like giving the dino arms, like bleeding. And she's standing up just like, I obviously I didn't know what she was saying, but she was probably talking some shit to that guy, which he rightfully deserved. But stop Asian hate. I'm with that. You can't fuck with the Asians, man. They will fucking fuck you up. I love my Asian community. I grew up in Quincy, which is heavily Asian populated. And I love those peeps. Those are my guys. Shout out to my Asian community. What's up? I'm trying to think what else was going on. Shit. Again, dude, look at me. If you can see me on this camera, I am 100% out of it. I'm like, sorry, this episode probably is gonna suck. But this is it. I gotta do these types of things. I didn't want to do this at all. I was just like, I'm like so fucking pissed today. But like I shouldn't be pissed, because like there's people like killing themselves. There's people getting like hate mail, and I'm just like, oh, I'm just sad. Like why? Like why am I sad? It's because I'm fucking tired. I just need to go to bed. I'm a baby. I'm a human baby. God damn it. Anyway, I got my back waxed not too long ago. My friend Kerry, she's an esthetician. Esthetician? I don't know how to fucking say words, man. Esthetician. You know how to fucking spell it, all right? Person that does stuff to your body that looks good. But I got my back waxed again. I like doing it. I like a nice back wax because my back hair is like patchy and it's not fully hairy. So like I need one or the other. Like just make me fully hairy or no hair at all. So getting hair plugs in my back is not an option. So I'm going to take that all off. And I feel so good. It's like putting Vicks Vapor Rub on your back. It is so refreshing. I love it. I have a clean back right now. I wish I got it done before the interview with Rachelle because my back looked like I jumped in a pool. But again, Thursday, listen to that interview. Great interview. A lot of knowledge. I was at work and they were talking about like dream books and stuff. And I haven't been dreaming. Does anyone else like not dream? I think that's weird. Definitely weird. Like I'll have like moments where like I'll see things like deja vu. I'm like, did that happen? But you ever heard of Vuja Day? It's like when it's familiar things that you've done, but then you feel like you haven't done them. Like say it's like something you do constantly, and then you do it with a different state of mind. You're like, why am I doing it this way when I did it before? And obviously, deja vu is a strange feeling that you're in a situation that you feel like you've done, but you didn't. But Vuja Day, I like the way it sounds. It sounds like an R&B singer. All right, next up is Vuja Day with Deja Vu. Uptown, baby. Peter Gunz, Lord Tariq. What are they doing right now? Lord Tariq and Peter Gunz. Lord Tariq kind of looked like Kid from Kid and Play. I thought they were related when I was a kid. But they're probably not. I don't know. What else we got? I love doing that podcast. Hey, what else are we talking about? We're just shooting the shit, doing this and that. There's also fucking dicks on Twitter. I gotta take a break from my cell phone and the internet and just life for a bit. I need to go on a vacation so bad. So bad. If anyone wants to point me in the direction of a vacation that me and Lindsay can go to, you can find me at 20TIMinutes on the social medias. Another thing with like sleep, you've had sleep paralysis. I didn't know that like had to do something with like demons, like being like it's like a demon holding you down. But I don't believe that. Again, I don't believe in the dark arts, but I wouldn't mess with it. Like if they were like, hey, you guys want to come to a seance and bring like a goat? I'd be like, I'm good. Not because there's a dead goat, but there's a chance that someone comes back and haunts me for the rest of my life. I've seen Drag Me to Hell and all those other movies. I don't need that in my life right now. I probably have one right now. I just have a black cloud over me, like the tired monster. Oh, gotta get you. Timmy's tired. Little Timmy's tired. We're gonna get you. This episode sucks. I already took like 2 takes to do this at the beginning. And not happy. Not happy about it. I do appreciate everyone buying a t-shirt though. People still asking for them, so I gotta reorder more. And I got a different design I want to do, so I'm actually super excited about that. Another thing I was upset about, that just dawned on me now. I was supposed to be in like a members meeting for the coalition I donated money to. And I'm so forgetful that I missed it. And I was like devastated. I felt so rude because we raised all that money and I wasn't even there to like, not take the like satisfaction of knowing, but for them to acknowledge what happened. And the guy that raised that money wasn't there. So I wrote this like big email back to them and I was like, I felt so bad. So I told them to let me know about the next time, but I don't know why I can't just take notes. Like, why can't I just be like, hey, sorry, I want to say her name because the phone will like pick up her name and like start recording. But like, I can just do that. Be like, hey, Alexa, save this date, remind me. And I don't do that because I'm like awkwardly lazy. I'm like so lazy, I'm lazy. Does that make any sense? Like I'm too lazy to be lazy. Like I could write it down and that's like a lot of work, but I can just be lazy and say it into my phone. But I'm like, I'm too lazy to pick up my phone, but I'm on my phone all day. What do you make of that? Huh? Trying to just delay time so we can keep going with this. Episode 19 though. Episode 20 is next week, obviously, or the next episode that you hear. So I needed to do something big for it. So I'm going to get a lot of sleep before that. So I was asking people on Twitter, like, if they had any ideas what I should do for my 20th birthday. And my friends with Gamers Watch, podcasts on games that you can watch, right? No, I'm just kidding. Follow them on all platforms. Good kids. From over the pond. I love saying that. Hey, they're from over the pond. What do you say now? They said I should do like 20 things that like shaped me as a human or like define me almost. And I made a pretty decent list so far. Like I put 20 down. They're kind of vague but I go into detail about each one. So I'm actually excited to do that and let you guys in on that. Because I always have like those checkpoints in my head. Like there was one I was talking to Lindsay about because we signed up for a new gym. And I went to this gym like as like an 18-year-old, like not knowing what to do at the gym. Just trying to be like what's up, dude? What's up? And I did like that like barbell that's like rigid. I never got that one, but like when you hold it, it feels good, right? And I probably put like 5-pound weights on the side of them because I don't lift weights. I'm all about body weight. Do push-ups, sit-ups, dips, all that stuff. Also, by the way, I went to Planet Fitness one time and I tried doing a dip and I couldn't pull myself back up. So I canceled my membership and then went back because I thought everyone was staring at me. I was so fucking embarrassed. But I wasn't embarrassed about this. This dude who was like a huge dude, like meathead, fucking to the gills, probably all jacked up on steroids. And I was like, my form was bad, but he came over and he wasn't like passive or a dick. He was like, hey man, like I'm not trying to be that guy, but can I show you something? Because like your form's wrong. And I took it so well because he was so nice and approachable about it. And like that was one of those things in my head, like it was like checkpoint. People are actually nice. That's not on my top 20, but it's like things like that I always remember and I'll never forget. I don't know why. Like, why do I remember certain little things, but I can't remember to be like, hey, I have an important meeting with the people we donated money to suicide prevention, as I'm talking about suicide with Ken Taylor from the Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse. God damn it. I'm like an anomaly. Is that it? Or an enigma? Those are words I use and I don't know how to use them. So McHugh, if you're listening to this, can you give me another update on my words that I can't pronounce and define? Ryan McHugh, everybody, the Zoom tender, he always like texts me. He's like, hey, this is how you pronounce it. And there was a word, grandeur. Fuck, never mind. I'm not even going to do that right now. He always helps me out. Send me YouTube clips of how to pronounce words. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, guys. This fucking episode sucks. And I say that every week as like a joke. Like Lindsay's always like, how'd the show go? I'm like, oh, it stunk. But right now I just feel like I'm like hammering it in, man. Oh my God. I honestly didn't want to do this because I knew I was going to act like this. And I'm like low-key embarrassed because people are going to be like, dude, Tim's falling apart on episode 19. Go listen right now. And now is my stomach growling because I'm starving too. And I'm also hungry. So that doesn't help. You can probably hear my stomach growl. Probably not. And people are probably so confused. But thank you for tuning in to 20 Tim Minutes. I am your host, Tim McCarthy. Let's end with my music and movie suggestion. Music suggestion is Masked Intruder. They're like a punk band and they all wear like different colored ski masks. They're pretty funny. I saw them open for Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. And they got some pretty good songs. All of them were about like crime and doing like hood rat shit with your friends. But they're like tied into love songs like 25 to Life and Crime Spree. Check those guys out. They're fun. They're just neat and fun and different, you know? They're super fun. And then my movie suggestion, because me and Rachelle did a little deep dive on Adam Sandler. Pretty good Adam Sandler fan, by the way. She's good. And then, oh my God, I'm starving. And I told her about That's My Boy with Andy Samberg. That's in my top 5 of Adam Sandler movies. That is one of the funniest movies I've seen. I put it on when I was like trying to take a nap. And then like I stood up and I was like hysterically laughing. Like that's a funny movie. Go watch it. Donnie Berger. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to 20 Tim Minutes. Again, I can't apologize enough for this fucking episode. Sorry for my mood. But again, I'm super excited for Thursday's episode. I was actually in a great mood for that. So you're going to see 2 sides of Tim this week. So price of admission. Here he goes. Episode 19. Go check up on somebody this week. Yeah, you never know. We got to do more nice things to people some way or another. I don't have any ideas, but just text somebody. Like, I was in a bad mood earlier, and my buddy Dan sent me a photo of him in my T-shirt while I was like bumming, and it like made me smile, and we were going back and forth chatting. And it cheered me up for just a hot second, but then I had to get in the booth, and I was like, oh, David Banner. No, Bruce Banner. David Banner, too. What is David Banner doing right now? He's a good guy. Mississippi motherfucker papa. Great rapper. Is he? I don't know. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. Please don't text me about my mood because I'll say I was fine. It was all a hoax. But I love you guys so much. Thank you. And have a good one. Gotta go feed my tummy. This podcast is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. If you are feeling suicidal, please dial 911.